Hey everyone, thank you all so much for clicking on this video. Before it starts, I want to announce that my merch store has finally opened. The link to it will be in the description. We have anything from shirts and hoodies and other things with my logo on it. Or if you watch my live streams a lot, we have a little lamp shirt available in store as well. Please check it out and thank you guys all so much again. I will see you in the video. Man, Animal Crossing New Horizons doesn't come out for a while.
Luigi is the best bro that's ever been.
I just wish I had some new Animal Crossing stuff to play.
Is it ever truly enough? Probably. But nonetheless, today I go on the quest to find some Luigi fan games.
Fan games? Fan games. I got it. You guys obviously know that I'm super excited for the new Animal Crossing to come out, but not soon enough. I've played Animal Crossing ever since it first came out when I was like 6 or 7, and ever since falling in love with that first game, I always eagerly awaited for a new one to come out, except for City Folk. I don't know why. I just never knew of its existence until the game was 6 years old. But my point is that I'm very excited for Animal Crossing New Horizons. Almost to the point that I'm becoming a little impatient. But what am I supposed to do when there's no new Animal Crossing content out? Fan games. That's right, we're gonna rely on the fans to give us some new Animal Crossing content. Now, don't you guys worry, just look at some of this fan art from the Animal Crossing community. That one is nice. That one's really sweet. That's really cute. Not what I was expecting. Oh god! Well, anyway. I'm sure the fan games won't be like that at all. If anything, I think they're going to get us pumped up for the new Animal Crossing game. So sit back and relax as we enjoy some Animal Crossing fan games. To start us off, I think let's start with a game known as Animal Crossing Island Town, an RPG maker game. Let's not judge right off the bat just because it's an RPG maker game. Sure, RPG maker games have a reputation of having a quality of a poorly written fanfiction, but look at games like To the Moon and Yume Nikki. They create amazing gaming experiences with the RPG maker engine. So let's not cast this one off yet. Let's see what Animal Crossing Island Town has to offer. We show up on an island with just a sign that reads, "Welcome to Animal Crossing Island Town. Enjoy your stay." And when we go to the pier, it says it's broken. Honestly, with no music and having the pier broken, this feels like an opening to a horror game. When we enter the next area, we see two signs that both read, "Nook's Cranny right ahead." Alright, feels like there's a little build up here, let's see where this takes us. Again, we enter the next area to see Nook's Cranny. Oh, I can't wait to enter and talk to Tom. Not what I was expecting. Again, an empty area with no music. Are we sure this isn't a horror game? I then go up to this white bar and see that it's in fact a note from Tom Nook that reads, "If you are reading this, I am not here. If you're looking for a house, we have a spare after someone moved out." Well, alright. I wish I could have been told that by Tom Nook, but hey, I got a free house. Let's go check out my new place. And there is a note which tells us that this house is ours to take. Alright, let's go check this place out. Color me not so impressed. Well, let's at least read the sign. If you are reading this, the wood is fine to stand on it, just fell from the R. Huh. I'm not really sure what this is even talking about. I even tried standing on these wood pieces, but to no avail. Even this tent has a note on it, and it reads, "Here is you get lost, you can just use this to stay in for with others." Alright, I guess this is the theme for the game. I'm not really sure what this game wants me to do. I can't go anywhere else. Wait, maybe there's something in the pause menu. Maybe something I missed. Okay, so I have 562 HP and 41 MP, and I'm at level 1. No items, no skills, I'm wearing nothing but casual clothes, and with the stats it says that we are a veteran warrior who fought on many battlefields. He becomes uncontrollable in battle when berserk. Oh god. We finally found out the villager's secret backstory. No wonder why the villager is such a great fighter in Smash. No wonder why so many fear the villager. When they look into his dark, cold eyes, they see the many slain by his cold and violent hands. Or it's just a bad game. As I said, there isn't anything left to do, and this game only took me 4 minutes to finish. So let's jump into our next fan game, which is also an RPG maker game. and the title is... Now don't be deceived, this isn't the game title. As we've already ran into the RPG Maker cliche with fan games, we now have another fan game cliche we need to deal with. This game title is actually Animal Crossing.exe. Yeah, you know the type, those horror games that try to scare people with cheap jump scares. It doesn't help that these games usually have little to no plot. Well, let's give it a shot at least. After checking everything out, we decide to go outside and see the largest crack in the ground I have ever seen. Too bad we don't have a shovel to dig it up. Once looking around, we see that our tree got struck by lightning. Well, that sucks, but hey, at least we can head back and it's locked. How did our door get locked? Oh, well, I guess I'll go sleep in the woods. Is that a normal thing to do? After that rather weird comment, I have to compliment this game. Even with the limitations of RPG Maker, this still has the look of Animal Crossing pretty spot on. Even the villager looks pretty good. And it's not trying to be overdramatic with scary music. All you hear is the noise of rain and wind. Pretty atmospheric. Well, hey, it's already a lot better than some other .exe games out there. Let's see if we can keep this momentum going. We then enter the woods. We can walk through these mazes of trees, but it leads us to nowhere. So instead, let's go through the only exit we have. We then go up to see... KK? Oh, so you're the bad guy, huh? When talking to him, he says,
Well, hello there, Villager O. It's been quite some time since we met. You know, it's not a good idea to be out here at night. I was put here to guard the woods for a bit. You might want to go back. But before you go, why not check that tree over there? There's something there for you. I meant to give it to you this morning.
Yeah, should have seen this one coming. Well, I can't leave, so I might as well go to the tree, which causes... Isn't that the laugh from Sonic.exe? KK then says,
You fool.
And then... Alright. I guess we're dead. Or maybe not, as we're now in the mayor's office with Isabelle. So I guess we lived. We then walk up to Isabelle, and she asks,
Mr. Mayor?
And the game crashed. And this was clearly edited in MS Paint. Okay, we've had a couple of duds, but hey, at least that last one had some atmosphere. With a terrible jump scare. But hey, we gotta look at the positives. But like I said, these .exe games most of the time don't have a great amount of story and usually end with a stupid jump scare. At least Five Nights at Freddy's had a good story. You've gotta be kidding me. Alright, fine, I'll try it. Okay guys, look. I'm gonna be real with you. I've never really gone into Five Nights at Freddy's games. The stories in the games are super fascinating, but I never got into the games themselves. Well, let's just see how this goes. It starts off with a newspaper clipping just like from the original FNAF game. This ad reads, Animal Crossing Dancing Palace being reopened in a month, with wonderful and adorable characters that you all know and love. We will need a security guard to take the night shift, and keep a close eye out for any suspicious activity. 1,086 bells a week. I don't see why you would do that when you get 10 times that amount for catching a bug. Don't leave the shed. If you're interested, please call 1-800-VIL-A-JUR. Okay, so far a pretty basic story. Let's just jump into it. Okay, so from the beginning, I noticed one major difference. No phone guy. Honestly, a little disappointing as in the first FNAF game, that was a big way to tell a story. But hey, we still got the gameplay. From the get-go, we see we have some AI jammers, probably used to slow down the animatronics from getting you. There is also a cooldown button for the animatronics. I'm unsure why. But if you let it run all the way, it's an immediate game over. And we have our camera to see where the animatronics are. This seems pretty simple, and yet... I couldn't get past the first night. Yeah, like I said before, I'm not good at FNAF at all. I honestly tried really hard to get past even the first night, but the first I got was to 3 AM. I'm sorry for any of you that's curious what happens next, but I might need to do a follow-up video about this game. Even though this is just a FNAF clone, it's still a functioning game I can play. Although the jump scares do leave a bit to be desired. That leaves us with our final and probably my favorite fan game, Creature Street. But this game isn't what you expect. We start off with an animal called Isidore, or as I like to call her, please don't sue us Nintendo. We then learn from her that we are a detective coming to investigate something in the village, and we soon learn the town's name of
Wasn't expecting that.
You are going to learn very soon that things are not what it seems, as we learn that a boy moved in named, yeah, you get the point. And this boy was appointed mayor. We then learn that mayor, isn't the best mayor. But then suddenly we learn that the mayor has actually been murdered.
I really wasn't expecting that.
As you can see, this is not your normal Animal Crossing game. So it's up to us to figure out who killed Mayor B. And yes, that is what I'm calling him. We then enter the mayor's house and see... Oh.
Is this a bad time for a circumcision joke? His name was Boner after all.
Well, this is quite the violent murder. Our job for the rest of the game is now to find evidence to convict the murderer. We notice a struggle in the house. The murder weapon was an axe that belonged to the mayor, and some stationery with some special red ink. Alright. We also find a bloody shirt and a bug net while wandering around. Well, okay, let's talk to the other villagers. We will start with Squeaky, and we see he has some interesting dialogue. Apparently the mayor made this his new catchphrase. And he has a note from the mayor, and it is, well, let's just say not appropriate. Okay, so he may have had something against the mayor. Let's go check with the others. Next up we have Ursula, who seems nice, and... good for you. We then learn that Mayor B is pretty abusive to Ursula, and she seems okay with it. Okay, on to the next one. Now we meet Dwight the Duck, who loves the finest clothes and insults our sense of fashion. He then starts talking about the shirt he is wearing, which was made from Mayor... Oh boy, here we go.
This video is getting demonetized, isn't it?
Well, as you can see, the mayor is not the friendliest guy, and this poor duck has to live with wearing this shirt because of it. Okay, the last villager, who has suspicious piles of trash all around their house. This is Myrtle's house, and we learn that Myrtle here likes things neat and tidy. We also learn that the trash is here because of the mayor. Okay, after talking with everybody, we see that Dwight is obsessed with looking nice, yet the mayor makes him wear an inappropriate shirt. Squeaky gets insulted all the time by the mayor because of his face, Ursula gets physically abused by the mayor, and Myrtle likes things neat and tidy, and the mayor leaves trash all over their yard. It seems like everyone has something out against the mayor. How interesting. Well, let's just go talk to Isidore. And apparently we've garnered quite a lot of attention from the locals, so it's time to decide who killed the mayor. Well, we'll just go with Myrtle, since they seemed rather upset about the yard. Let's see what happens. Myrtle, you stand accused of the heinous crime of murder. What do you say? Hey guys, I know I'm not from the great city of whatever. Shouldn't this go through a trial, though? This is ridiculous. I could never make such a mess. Well, she's got a point there. Oh man, this is actually happening. Oh my, and they're clapping for Myrtle's death. They're actually dancing, too. And then everyone congratulates you for solving the case. But then the detective states that he feels like he missed something.
And this is just one of the endings of the game. In fact, this is the bad ending. You aren't supposed to select any of the villagers, as you're supposed to notice that the evidence was too easy to find. So, who's the real murderer?
Isidore. Please come with me. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We are then taken to City Hall, where we learn that we were right, that Isidore was the killer. And we are then told why she did it. She expresses her jealousy of the fact that only humans ever become mayor, and once a human arrives in town, they are immediately elected mayor, and how she is the backbone of the town and that she never gets to become mayor. She then expresses her hate for Mayor B while his sister before him was a good mayor, and the city thrived. And once he became mayor, everything fell apart for the town. Villagers moved away, and the ones who stayed were too dumb to leave. She then explains that the abuse got worse, and she had to do something, even if it meant sacrificing a local. And she did all this to save the town. She would do anything to save the town. Honestly, Isidore, I get it. I mean, murder is rather excessive, but hey, you overthrew a dictator-like government official. But sacrificing a local, that's pretty messed up. But hey, I wish you luck with running the town, and I won't let anyone stop me. Oh. Goodbye, detective. Well, I died. And that's it. Honestly, a very well-made game, and the best of what we have played so far. Its simple yet funny plots were enjoyable, while it still kept the same tone of the game that it was mocking. A fun yet short experience.
As fun as that game was, it was also a very short experience. And in fact, I noticed that with all the games I've played. These games were short, cliche, and not scary. One of them even appeared to be not finished. Most of these games didn't impress me in the slightest, but one of them I had a lot of fun with, even though I could beat it in 20 minutes. And because of that fun yet short experience, I'm left with the same problem. With nothing to play.
Hey everyone, just wanted to say thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you are new, please subscribe to keep up to date on new videos. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, please visit my Patreon. I also have new merch as you saw in the beginning. Link to the store is below. But again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.